All right, good morning. This is Mike Rohrbach. I'm a Pathways 2 instructor here at Lancaster County Prison. And with me today to talk about using virtual reality in job training is Daniel Woods and Greg Walsh. All right. So we're just going to go over some basic questions. You guys have both had the opportunity to use this program here for a while. Just a little bit of background. Daniel, what's your major job area background that you've worked in?
The major job area background that I've worked in is diesel mechanic. I'm a mechanic on the streets, so I'd rather go a little bit bigger to test my own knowledge and to do stuff that I love to do.
Cool, cool. And Greg, as far as the virtual reality programs, you've been in one of the really big ones. Which one are you working in?
General maintenance, welding's part of it, warehouse safety, mechatronics. It's a big range of stuff. So.
Yeah, so it's a whole discipline that's basically designed to give you a lot of different experiences. And your hours, I believe, right now are really getting up there. But it's a neat program. Okay, so we'll ask a few specific questions. Okay, first off, what is the difference between learning something in virtual reality and learning something either on a computer or through reading an instructional book? What type of what do you see as the major difference?
For me, I like the fact that I don't have somebody staring at me. I don't have the pressure or the stress of doing it like on the job. I can do it at my own pace. I can, have a more calm setting. I think all the stuff done on VR is pretty much the same as it would be outside. So I just like the fact that I can do it at like my own pace.
All right, right. Well, a lot of advantages there. What do you think, Daniel? Is there an advantage to doing this compared to, for example, we have the other program where people are on the computer and they're reading and typing answers and stuff like that?
So with me, yes, because some people are more visual learners. Some people are more hands-on learners. If you get people to sit in a classroom and just do schoolwork just on the laptop, try to let them go on their own, they're not going to learn as much as the virtual reality. You actually are doing hands-on training, even though you can be into an institution. We still got the software that we're able to feel like we're not in the institution and being able to work on getting our job training skills better.
Yeah, it really puts you in the setting, right? And that's one of the coolest things is you can look 360
and you're there.
And you're there. So the next question would be, what about Simon? So in the program, there's a tutor, the instructor, his name is Simon. Just generally, what do you think about Simon?
To be honest, Simon can get a little annoying. Especially when you're able to do it and you don't pass it right away. You can go back through it and you would have to listen to him over again, which one of the downfalls that I'm feeling like they should kind of try to fit in there is to be able to skip the tutorial. So that way they don't have to keep hearing him over with the same thing. Simon's there to guide you, but if you don't need like his guidance, he can be kind of frustrating, but he's also there to help. So like I get it. But if there was a way to skip him, sometimes that would be cool. But on the flip side, he's there as the program to help. So
Right. Kind of
yeah,
he's necessary.
Yeah, he's just there.
The best things about learning in virtual reality.
I think learning through VR first will give you a bigger head start to learning it on the job. So I can leave here, I can go
to a job, and I'll already have the fundamentals and the skills to do the tasks that they tell me to do. So I'll have that head start. And what else do you think?
Especially with me, I can pretty much work with the virtual reality. Because I own a mechanic shop, so I'm also trying to get diesel mechanic into my shop. But, with me learning with this is a pro for me. Not just, I don't gotta send somebody to college just to learn how to change oil. I can just here's virtual reality, put it on, and you can learn while you're at the shop. You can do it anywhere,
Mhm.
in your own home, in a workshop, in a school.
Right.
You can do, what was the other one?
I think it also takes the pressure off of you.
Yeah, yeah,
Non-threatening.
non-threatening, yeah, you can, right, yeah, we talk, yeah, because you can repeat it, and even if Simon, he's the same every time, right? He doesn't get annoyed, doesn't get frustrated.
I think it does take some of the stress or the pressure off of you to do it like right the first time, and to have somebody, not have somebody, like guiding you through it. You can have Simon do it, and you can do it as many times as you need.
And, if you make a mistake, it's not,
You can learn
it's not a
from it.
big deal,
But if you don't, you get, there's 3 goal settings.
right?
There's bronze, silver, gold. So you want to do your best during VR so you can get gold. So when you do get out, you have that higher standard.
Yes.
Which is cool. So there's,
Yep,
And to go off of a little bit about what Greg said about the different levels, yeah, you can get a bronze, but work harder, try to learn something else to
Yeah.
get that silver. Or you go from bronze, work as hard as you can to get that gold. Like the one that I was getting stuck on, I actually had to have Mike help me with.
oh, yeah.
And
yeah, we
it
were
was-
both stuck on that one.
It was a whole bunch of like
Electrons and stuff.
stuff that I didn't even understand, and
Yeah.
I'm like, kept getting it wrong, so I'm like, look, I need to sit down and figure out what this is, like.
Right, so it can lead to other more traditional types of study, because what we did was we had to get set down, look on the internet, watch a
Yeah.
video
Yep.
about, the difference between voltage and amperage and current and load and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it does, it definitely, it can show you what you don't know too. Of all the activities, all the simulations that you've done, what has been either your favorite, the most interesting, the most surprising, like, well, pick one that has really kind of caught your attention that you thought was really cool.
So I'm doing like general maintenance, like which has a whole list of stuff, welding, like pneumatic tools, like warehouse safety. The other day I did mechatronics, which was cool. It's like how to build like your own like gear system with a shaft, engine. So that was cool. I didn't think I would ever like work on stuff like that. So that was really nice.
One thing that I learned about diesel mechanics, it's a lot different than an actual car engine. There's a lot more reliability for it. There's a lot more time that you gotta put into it. And a lot of things that I'm just learning about it that I didn't know about an engine. So
Yeah,
it's fun. The one thing that I would be surprised that would happen if they get it would be underwater welding. That would actually be really dope.
right,
Because who would think of putting goggles, putting headsets on
Yeah.
and snorkeling while
Right,
welding
right.
in an institution that
Right.
wouldn't even allow you to do that?
in a concrete room, right,
Yeah,
exactly.
so it would be kind of fun, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think a welding program would be great, just 40 simulations of
Yeah.
different, starting at the beginning.
There is some of it now, but it's only like very short,
Mhm.
it's small stuff.
Yeah,
I think if you had that, like more of a course. That would be cool.
yeah, I think it could be its own thing, for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
So what value does this bring, like, moving forward?
I think being here, doing that gives you more time to actually to focus on those tasks. Like
Mhm.
now, like when I get out, I'm gonna have the know-how and the ability to do certain things that I wouldn't have
Mhm.
if I had just gone straight from here to the job. So I have it in my head that
Right,
I can do it. So it's
right.
like a little bit of a step up from people who go straight from.
Yeah, no, that's a great answer, because we know it doesn't, it's not exactly the same as doing in the real world, but it does put you in that real world
Yeah,
situation.
mindset.
Um,
Yeah.
was there anything that you did on VR, and then I'll have you answer, Dana, because I skipped it. I just thought of this. So anything that you did on VR that made you say, oh, I definitely don't want to do that job? Or has everything you've done seemed pretty,
I think everything I've done has been something that I've wanted to do, but I didn't have the know-how or the chance to do it.
did you have something with heights that you did?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm scared of heights, and in VR, you do ladder training and you do scaffolding building and scaffolding training, and being up high, it's real. It's like, it's real. So I had some, well, yeah, I don't think I would want to work on a scaffold
Mhm.
because of my fear of heights, but doing it through there gave me the chance to learn that.
Yeah, that
It
was
actually
cool.
pretty
That was
cool.
really cool. I remember when you saw, you're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
All right. Any last comments?
I want to thank you guys like for this opportunity. I don't think many people get that. So I just want to thank whoever does this, Mike, Jenna, everybody at IU13, thank you for this, Jim.
Great appreciation to not just the whole IU13 people, but where we're at.
Yep, gotta appreciate Langston County
warden,
Prison
I
letting us do it.
Because they didn't need to do this.
Yep, Career Link for accepting this as
Yep.
job training.
Yep.
And to all the organizations out there, I think this is the way to go. Definitely the way to go. We believe in it, and hope that this encourages other people to try it, right?
Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time.
All right, outstanding. All right.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good job. Well, was that